Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Eva Flod. I channel my spirit guides and I don't know what they will speak about today, so we will see when I start the channeling. I channel with my eyes open, so I will close them for just a short while to relax and then I will start the channeling. Yes, we are here. We are always delighted to be invited. We love to communicate. We say that nearly every time. We repeat this for you. And you who have listened to several videos with this being, you know this by now, that we love to communicate. Why do we keep repeating that? Well, it's because there is a slight resistance in your mind to accept the fact that we want to communicate with you. We want to reach you. We want to reach out to you and we want our messages to come through. We are so delighted that this being is doing the work she's doing and other beings like her are doing similar works. We are delighted for everyone channeling on earth, and we mean not just channeling in this way, but channeling in the sense of receiving intuition, receiving signals, receiving impulses and acting upon them. When you have a gut feeling that you want to do something or go somewhere or call someone and you do it, we are always very delighted, because it is we or our brothers and sisters on this side, it is we who reach out to you. We want you to connect to your fellow beings on earth. We want you to act. We want you to show your inner mind. We want you to express yourselves. We also want you to keep things to yourself until they are ready to share with the world. We don't want you to share premature material. If it's possible for you to discern that, then please do that. There is no rush with anything. There is no rush with anything. This being, she can feel a certain sense of rush, that she has to record videos like this, and she has to do a certain amount in a certain time, and that is confusion in her mind. And she's laughing now inside when she hears us say this, because this is exactly how she thinks about it. That she has some kind of responsibility to do a certain amount of videos a month. That is nonsense. It doesn't work like that at all. It is a co-creation between her and us doing this thing. She fixes the technical stuff with the camera and the lighting and the microphone and so on, and she's there, she's providing her voice for us to use, and then she sits on the chair and does this work, but it is we who bring the message forth. It is our message, our thoughts, and she's just a channel. But she thinks she has to show up to do this a certain times a week or something like that, and that's nonsense. And we expose her a bit now, and we do that because we know she's fine with that, and we do it because you are all the same. You are all the same. When you have found something that you love to do, there is often a sense that you should do it a certain amount of times. You should do it every day or every week or every month or so. It is not like that. It does not matter if you do a thing 5 times a week or once a week. What is important is that you do it with joy. That you are devoted. That you do it because you want to do it. Not because you push yourself to do it, but because you want to do it. That is what's important. It doesn't matter if it is channeling or painting or writing a letter, anything, the more you can get into a state of joy, a state of joy and presence. And if you cannot find joy, see if you can go into a state of acceptance. I do this now, I have accepted that I want to do it. Maybe it's not such a pleasurable thing to do, but it's necessary. Then see if you can find a state of acceptance before you do it, before you start doing it. See if you can find that state and go into that state. It will save you so much energy, because you will act without resistance. When you do things with resistance, the flow is maybe just a tenth of what it could be. When you act without resistance, you can make grand deeds. When you act without resistance, you save energy. When you act without resistance, you move with grace and ease through anything. A conversation, a meeting, a painting, a channeling. So that is what we want to speak to you about today. To be in joy, to be in a state of joy. And joy does not have to be that kind of joy where you want to jump or dance or sing or laugh. That is one kind of joy, but joy can be very, very still and very subtle and very peaceful. It's just a little tingling within, a tingling sensation of joy or ease or love. Those things are actually the same thing. It's just about the same frequency. That is the state we want you to go to whenever you can. And when you cannot, because you are sad, or you are angry, or you struggle with guilt or shame, then you cannot switch from that to joy. It's not possible. For most of you, it's not possible. You have to take care of those feelings first. Maybe you have to cry, or you have to process your guilt or your shame, or talk to someone, or do some spiritual work with that. But whenever you are in a more or less neutral state, or even a bit above neutral, then you can quite easily access the state of joy. And you can practice that. You can practice it by closing your eyes, turning inward, imagining your joy place, a happy place within, and play with this. Find a place within. It could be an imagined place. It can also be a place where you have been, a beach or a forest or a meadow. Imagine what it looks like. Imagine the smells and the sounds. Imagine the butterflies and the birds and the horses and the dogs, if they are there. Imagine your friends or family, if they are there. Imagine angels. Imagine music. Play with your imagination. Make yourself an inner happy place that you can go to. And the longer you stay in this, don't stay there for 1 minute, but for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. The longer you stay there, the more you're the more integrated this place will be within you. The more often you go there, the more integrated this place will be within you. It's your happy place. And you fill it with your emotions. And when you are in your happy place, you can speak to yourself. You can guide yourself verbally. That is a very, very good way to stimulate your nervous system and your thoughts and your inner images. To guide yourself verbally. You can say to yourself, I love being on this beach. I love being here and the sun is shining. I love feeling the warm water. I love to take a swim. I love to swim with my face facing the sky. I love to see the birds flying as I swim. I love to dive. And I love to see the trees dancing in the wind. And there are my children or my friends or my favorite animals are there. You can stimulate yourself by speaking like this, silently to yourself. Imagine you feel the water on your skin. Imagine you feel the wind. Imagine you hear the music. Play with this. Stay in these sensations for several minutes, and you will raise your vibrations, and you will strengthen your happy state, your happy place within. And this is a perfect thing to do before you want to be creative, before you want to write something or paint or anything, before you want to meet people, before you do something challenging, or before you go to bed, for instance. If you want to go to sleep with these kinds of emotions, that's very beneficial for you to go to sleep in this kind of state, a happy state. Practice this, do this every day. We would love you to do this every day because it will be so good for you to strengthen your inner happy place. This is a gold mine for you. It's a gold mine. You can go there anytime. You can go there several times a day, and you will raise your vibrations immediately as you go to this place. And make sure that you connect your heart to this practice. Make sure that you also say to yourself, I feel the joy in my heart, and stay as long as you need to feel it in your heart, to really feel the joy, the sensations in your heart, in your chest, to feel the expansion of your heart within your chest when you are in your happy place. And play with the images, but you can exaggerate the images. Don't stick to your physical reality, but you can imagine that you play with dolphins, or that you fly with the birds, with the eagles, or you can imagine that you dance with elephants, or anything. You can make this as childlike as you can. Make it the way you made it when you were a child, when you didn't have any limits in your thinking. Then you played with elephants and you flew with eagles, didn't you? Imagine angels playing music for you or singing for you. Imagine choirs up in the clouds. Anything that will make you happy. Anything that will make you light in your mind. An inner happy place that you can go to anytime you need, anytime you want, for the sole pleasure of being there, or for accessing a very high vibrational creative state. And you are emitting these frequencies, so the more often you go to this place, the more things and people and places and experiences you will attract who are of the same frequency. So your life will actually start changing when you do this, when you have this as a practice, being in your happy place every day for 5 minutes or so. Things will start happening in your life because you are raising your vibrations. So that is our message for today. You have the power within you. The solution is never outside of you. The problem is actually not outside of you either. It's within you. It's your thinking. It's your mind. It's the way you think about yourself. When you think about yourself that you are unhappy or weak or without power, then you will manifest that. But by doing this kind of practice every day, you will strengthen yourself and the power within you. This is a tool for you to use. This is within your toolbox. And if you have not worked with this before, then this tool is not very developed for you, but you can develop it. You can strengthen this. And then you can use it, so it is within your power to change your life. You are a powerful creator, and by doing this you will create another kind of reality for you, because you will attract other kinds of situations, other kinds of experiences. You will do that. That is the laws of the universe. That is the law of creation. It works like this. So we encourage you to go within and to create your happy place, and you can spend quite some time to write the scenario for this happy place. You can play with it. You can change it. You can make it grow and develop each day. You can add things. You can leave things and make this your own theater, so to speak. And you are on the stage. You're in the middle of the stage, experiencing all this. And your emotions here are our dear being. There is a word called paramount. This is paramount. She thinks this is the right word, and when she channels in English, which is not her mother tongue, there is a super fast process going on. It is faster than light, where we communicate, we bring the message out, but we have to go through her bank of concept. We have to go through her vocabulary, and this goes as fast as light. We go through that space within her consciousness to find the words. If she were speaking Chinese, we would have to go into another bank of concepts and vocabulary. Now we go into this English bank within her consciousness. And sometimes we want to say a word and she cannot give us access to the word because she's unsure of the meaning. She's unsure if it's the right word. And then the speed of our speaking goes down, and sometimes you notice this, sometimes you don't. Your emotions are very, very important. They are paramount in this exercise. Your emotions. This is not a mental, cognitive, intellectual exercise. This is an emotional exercise where you activate joyous feelings within. You understand that. Your heart is the main actor in this play, in this game. It's a game. Play with it. Be playful. Be playful with this. So we love you very much. We love you. We thank you for being here, for listening to us. We thank you for this moment of communication. And we will be back. Thank you. Thank you for listening.